Warzone updated and Ashika Island is here. In this new resurgence mode, it's a brand new map and it is hectic. However, as you guys have seen with this new update, we took quite a bit of a FPS hit. So I got some new settings for you guys. Along with that, I got a free config file you can just drag and drop straight into your system. So it will work as intended, as easy as possible. But I'm gonna go over each and every setting with you guys right now. Let's get right into it. So we're jumping straight into this. No fluff, no wasting your time. I'm gonna give you guys all the settings immediately. We're gonna start in the display tab, and I am currently running, and I've been testing this, the full screen exclusive, and I think the rest in here is pretty much whatever. I do have my custom frame rate set to unlimited. I feel like it gives me better highs. This may be a little personal preference as well. You decide yourself, and nothing else in here. We'll go over to view. This is one thing I suggest you test out as well. Field of view. I've been running 115 for a while. I think 120 is just too wide, and it's kind of hard to see people at farther distances. However, it could be a little different on Ashika, as it's a lot more close combat, right? I have not tested anything. I've kept it at 115, and that's about it. Everything else in here, I'm sure you guys have already set up to your liking. Now to the good stuff. Render resolution at 100%. I mean, obviously that's up to you as well. I am using Fidelity FX CAS. I have my CAS strength set to 90. I feel like 100 is a little bit over sharpened, but another preference thing. I'm running Filmic SMAA T2X. I did try the SMAA. It still has a lot of that weird noise in it. So I'm running Filmic SMAA T2X low. Video memory scale I have at 80. This is another preference depending on your graphics card. Before we go any lower here, I want you guys to know, yes, I have a high-end PC. Do these settings work for low-end PCs, laptops, and Samsung fridges? Yes, they do. These graphic settings are not made for high-end PCs. I know a lot of you guys coming at me in my comments saying, well, of course you have high FPS when you have a 4080. We want PC settings for low-end PCs. Well, I'm here to tell you, these are made for every PC. Are you running integrated graphics? This one's for you. You don't have a GPU? This one's for you. You got a 4090? This one is also for you. It's for all shapes, sizes, and fridges, all right? So don't be coming at me with all this sideways stuff telling me about this low-end stuff. This is made for you, I promise. And on top of that, the link down below with the config files, after I go through this, have 4 different files you can choose from to your liking, from high-end PC to low-end PC, and I'll show you the one I am using. All right, let's continue on. Rant over. Texture resolution, I have this on low. Very low sucks. It makes the game look terrible. It looks so bad. I don't recommend using very low on texture resolution, and you could also probably use normal. The FPS difference between low and normal isn't as much as you might think. So texture and texture filter low, nearby level of detail low, distant level of detail low, cut or draw distance, I have this specially configured in this config file. To get that setting, you are going to have to use the config file, because obviously that's why it's blank. It's a special version of it, and I think it boosts performance a little bit for you. So the config file is going to be your best bet, and I'll show you that in a second. Particle quality low, particle quality very low, off, low shader quality, tessellation off. Terrain memory, so I tested this low and or min, medium, and max. I tested all 3 of them. This seems to be based on your PC and how much memory you have available. So, and I don't even know if it's much about VRAM. I think it's more about like the shader cache type stuff. I have it on max. I don't notice much of a difference, but I have it on max in hopes that it helps my visibility farther away, but Ashika is so small that it's much different. That's why I'm making a new settings video just for this map, because it's smaller and you're not trying to snipe someone from 100,000 meters away. So on-demand texture streaming, turn this off, remove this setting from your settings, so don't ever turn this on. Streaming quality low, volumetric quality low, deferred physics quality off, water caustics off, shadow map resolution very low, off, low, spot cache. This is another one depending on your VRAM. If you have good VRAM, or a good amount of VRAM, I should say, run this as high as you possibly can go. All right. Well, or I don't know. I don't notice a difference. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't notice a difference between these settings. I think at the beginning when the game was very unoptimized, and I'll be the first to say it still is, but I don't notice a difference here. It's just kind of been on, and I don't notice a difference in FPS with it low, high, ultra, or whatever. So it's just kind of been on high. I don't know. Particle lighting low, ambient occlusion off. So this is another very important setting. Ambient occlusion, this actually makes it easier to see in the shadows. You can even see right here. Look at this shadow area. Look at this shadow area. And while it's not drastic in this image, in certain parts of the map, it is drastic. So I recommend turning this off and never using it if you want better visibility all around. Screen space reflections off. You can have this on if you want your camos to look a hair better. If you want your camos to look better, turn it to high, not normal. Static reflection quality, you can only have it on low. Having this on high actually makes it harder to see through water and windows. Off, low. Weather grid volumes off. We're not throwing FPS out the window, you know, why? NVIDIA reflex, this is another thing. Personal preference. You decide what you want to do with this. The rest are off or low. Now, let me show you the config files and which one I'm using. All right, there will be a link down below that links you straight to this page where all of these are usable. Extreme quality is going to be for very high-end PCs. This is going to be for medium range PCs. It's best quality but FPS optimized. MW2 max FPS, this is basically going to give you the worst looking game but the absolute max FPS you pretty much want. It's custom. The settings are different that you can change in game, so if you want max FPS, try this one out. And we have this one, Warzone 2 MW2 competitive. This is the one I am currently using. The settings I just showed you are right here, this one. So if you click on this, it will open up, download this, and then if you want me to show you real quick, I'll show you. You go into your players or documents, Call of Duty, players, and options 3. And what you do, take this file out, drag it onto your desktop, save it, and then go to your Chrome or wherever you downloaded this one and take the new one and just drag it straight into this folder and then start your game up. The only thing I recommend you change in this that will be specific to you will be thread count for handling the job queue. This is one that you should be adjusting to yourself. I have other videos on that. I can put it down below showing you which number you should put in there. But yeah, I hope these settings help you guys out. Drop a like, hit that subscribe for more. I stream daily right here on YouTube. I'll see you in the next one. Doses.